Alright, I'm not going to talk about Torchwood. I'm not going to talk about Doctor Who, but I am going to talk about something that needs to be talked about because it hasn't been talked about in years. We should have a Star Trek continuum where Star Trek people go back in time and correct things that almost didn't happen. I know there's a few things that seem like it's supposed to happen, but sometimes it cannot. Like Star Trek: The Voyage Home. Two happen humpback whales has happened to go into the San Francisco Bay. Unlikely. There has to be more to it than that. Anyway, and also there's other few things that just could not just be a miracle. Like San Francisco, in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, where Quark and his his family went back in time to 1949, and they became the Roswell. And this happened. Cisco's great grandfather was there. There's got to be a reason why he was there too. I can tell you this. In Star Trek, there's no such thing as coincidence. It's not. It's planned from the beginning to the end. There's no such thing as coincidence in Star Trek history. If there was, then Star Trek would be a coincidence that actually was founded. So, it was coincidence that Star Trek Voyager was in the deep space where Captain Janeway happened to come across the Queen to kill it? Was it possible? Was it coincidence? I don't think so. There's gotta be a reason why it was her who had that mission. Out of all these people, they picked her to go after them, knowing where them were at. There's gotta be more to it. And in Star Trek Enterprise, where the actual time travel himself was actually aboard the Enterprise himself, following every way and hinting to the captain about certain things. You don't think that happened with Captain Janeway? Someone hinted to the Admiral that sent her on the mission knowing what she was about to happen, and then let it happen because it was going to end up killing the Borg? You don't think that happened too? And you don't think it was possible for the two humpback whales to magically appear in the bay? Come on. You don't think it was possible for that to happen? It has to be. It can. Star Trek, I just know from the Star Trek genre, nothing happens in coincidence. Nothing happens in coincidence. And we should, people who write Star Trek scenes in Star Trek movies, and Gene Roddenberry should write how those things become coincidence. Like, maybe there was two time travelers waiting to see the two humpback whales that would magically appear into the harbor bay. Just happen to appear as calves, and people would feel sorry for them and take them in and care for them until who arrives? It will be James T. Kirk, who will come and rescue them before they can actually be in harm, before they can get harmed, before they become too old. And do you think they watch them come through? Yes. Do you think they say, uh-oh, they're not coming through? What were you supposed to do? Maybe they're supposed to take them and then take them to there? You gotta realize about stuff like that. Stuff like that happens in Star Trek. You will go back in time, and then you go forward in time, and then stuff that would happen back in time goes back even further than that. And that really is really different. And you think that in Star Trek First Contact, you don't think that the Klingons did not attack another ship? going into a temple wake? You don't think that they scanned the area before they landed and discovered there were humanoid looking, but they're not humans amongst them? I knew by then time, the 24th century, at least there would be a few ancestries that were not human, that were half human. And what about Will? Will's not even completely human. He had a beta grandmother, so he wasn't fully human himself, and he wouldn't show up as human on scans. Not really. So there's got to be more to it than that, and people want to know more about it. And I'm dying to find out if there's even another TV series that's going to happen about talking about stuff like that happened in the past. And that's just my take about Star Trek. You can have your take, but that's just mine. And if you like it, whatever. Do, whatever. But please tell me about it, because I'm dying to know about it. Thank you.